What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another LEGO YouTube video. Today we have an order from Lego.com. This is, I guess, part 2 of my LEGO May the 4th haul as it was on back order, and nothing too crazy. All that's inside of this box is the Commander Cody Brickhead, which is kind of funny. They shipped it in way too big of a box, so you'd think there's something more in there, but there's not. It's just a bunch of packing, kind of cushions, I guess. But here's the Brickhead, 147 pieces, $10. So really cool. It's the 226 Brickhead that we've gotten, I think, is how that works. So really cool design on the box. Towards the back, you're able to see the 25th anniversary kind of emblem that we see on all the Star Wars sets right now. And then with the Brickheads, they always kind of give you a picture of the character that you're actually building, which is kind of cool. So love the box art. Now we're going to open it up, and it's kind of hard to do it with one hand, but there we go. And what's kind of weird is there's 4 numbered bags for such a small set, which kind of feels counterproductive to what LEGO is doing with their less waste, but whatever. I think it's still funny how, I don't know why I care so much, but having the little brick-built brain inside of it is so funny. I love how they do that with the Brickheads. And here's our finished product over here, and I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite Star Wars Brickheads that I have in the collection. They just did such a good job kind of replicating Commander Cody's look, and the building techniques are really cool, especially the ones for his visor, and I also really like all the printed elements that we see on the Brickhead, and there's not really an angle of the Brickhead that looks boring or stale. I think they did a really good job with it, with the exception of maybe the back, but you don't really look at that, so who cares, honestly. But one thing I love about the Brickheads is the amount of details they have. You can see the hologram of Commander Cody kind of doing the Order 66 scene, which I thought was pretty cool with Palpatine, and I think it's a really nice looking Brickhead. I think they did a lot of good job kind of detailing the visor, and I'm really excited to fit him in with the rest of my LEGO Brickheads collection as I reorganized them earlier on in the week to fit the Commander Cody, and here he is with the rest of them, and I think it really completes the display very well. I'm really happy with it. I think he looks good next to Ahsoka and kind of with the other kind of prequel era Brickheads that I have on the lower shelf, and then I've got the original trilogy stuff up above, but I'm really happy with the display, and I think he really completes it in a good way, so can't really complain about that. And so what I also kind of want to do, just because I didn't want this to be the shortest video in the world and only be 2 minutes long, I decided I'd go ahead and take this opportunity to show off how I display my Brickheads. I've done it in the past, but why not show it off in more detail here? It's a very basic design. The first layer of it, it's just black 1x2 bricks, and the first layer is 1 brick tall, but then the second one, you can see it's kind of elevated to be 6 studs above it, and then it's kind of a hollow base, which isn't the most sturdy thing in the world, but it does save pieces and money if you do it that way. And when we look at the top, it's kind of got kind of an indent so that you can just rest the Brickheads there, and it's got tiles so you can easily kind of put the Brickheads in there. They're secure, but they're not locked in there, so you can easily kind of take out the Brickheads if you want to display them separately, modify them, all that good stuff. And it's a very simple display, but I'm really happy with it. It was kind of expensive to buy all the pieces for it, but I think it's ultimately worth it. You're able to get a really cool display across, and you can kind of elevate them, fit more inside of the space, and there's definitely cheaper ways to do it, but I kind of like having the Lego built display. I don't know why, I just think it kind of looks cool. It's more customizable, and I think it has a more sleek look to it as well, so I'm really happy with that. I have kind of multiple different ones, so you can kind of it's not one big base as it may look, so that you can kind of move them around and stuff, and I figured why not show off the rest of my Brickheads collection too. I've got a few Marvel ones, these Guardians of the Galaxy ones that I have on my kind of newly finished Guardians of the Galaxy shelf, which I think look pretty cool. And then I've also got this other Marvel one with the Iron Spider-Man that I got, I think it was back in March, but I think he came out in February, and he's kind of sitting on my Spider-Man shelf, which I think looks pretty cool. And then I've also got Kylo Ren and the Sith Trooper, who I had to kind of move just because I ran out of space in the Star Wars section, and I'm happy with those two Brickheads. I think they fit in well with the kind of shelf I put them on. And then I've also got these Stranger Things Brickheads too, when I was really into LEGO Stranger Things, and I have the only 2 sets that they released, I guess widely released to the public, but it's the Demogorgon and 11, and so I thought that was really cool. And here's just kind of a closer look at the Star Wars Brickheads that I've got. I've got the Mandalorian one, the Phantom Menace one, and then the Endor Heroes from, I think it was last year, and then some of the other 2-packs Obi-Wan and Vader, and then we've got Ahsoka, Cody, who we just got in this video, but yeah, that's the entire LEGO Brickheads collection. I feel I really do enjoy collecting the LEGO Brickheads. This was kind of something I recently got into, I want to say, but I'm really happy with it. I think it's just really fun to put together all of the Brickheads. They use some really interesting building techniques, and it's a very clever build, I feel for a lot of them, to kind of replicate the details of them. And I know at the end of the day, it's just like a Funko Pop ripoff, but like honestly, I like the Brickheadz more than the Funko Pops. Obviously, the Funko Pops have more detail in them, but I feel like just the building experience of buying a Lego Brickhead, displaying it, and just like building it and seeing how they're able to replicate those details is much more impressive than just like printing details on that you see like with a Funko Pop. Maybe it's just because I'm obsessed with Lego that I prefer the Brickheadz, but I don't know, that's just me. Probably an unpopular opinion, but yeah, that's all for today. So definitely let me know what you thought of the Brickheadz collection and the Commander Cody Brickhead down in the comments below. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you are new around here, but that is all for today. Peace out. We'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.